Orange is the New Black is the #1 show on Netflix. It's the gritty prison drama that we love to binge watch.
We sure do. Here to talk about her fictional life behind bars and pop culture's hottest ensemble cast is actress Adrienne Moore.
Hello.
Hello. So happy to see you. Oh, you're great. You're great on the show. You're just
so
great.
happy to be here. Thank you for having me, guys.
We love your character, but when you joined this ensemble cast of prison inmates, did you have any idea that the show would become a cultural phenomenon?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm thinking back to a conversation I had with my my agent, and I had just come in after like filming a few episodes in season 1, and I said, I think this is going to be a really cool show. And she was like, why? Why do you think so?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I mean, the script is amazing. You have Jenji Kohan, who is just, I think, hands down, one of the most talented writers we have out here today, along with her motley crew of writers. And I mean, these characters are so rich and so alive that I felt that an audience was going to love them. Now, did I know it was going to be this big of an explosion? No.
You can't predict anything
You can't
like
predict that.
Yeah,
You
it's
can't
like capturing lightning in a bottle.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay, let's take a look at a clip and then discuss, okay?
Oh, what do you have?
All right.
Cindy,
Yo.
got something for me?
Oh, so here's the thing. No,
Maybe you can explain.
not everyone has stamps. They didn't know you was gonna be looking for them. Doesn't mean they shouldn't get a smoke.
Well, actually, that's exactly what it means. It's called commerce.
Oh, I let them trade for the old school, like the red man.
Trust me, you do not want a short V. She will go Wolverine on your ass.
All right, listen. I'll sell the next one for a couple bucks extra. Make up the difference.
If you can't be trusted with the package, you can't be selling. From now on, you're on maintenance.
What that supposed to mean?
You do what Suzanne's been doing. You roll smokes for everyone to sell, package them, sweep up behind.
I ain't doing no grunt work.
I ain't doing no grunt work.
Don't cross B. You know better.
I had no problem saying that one.
You have some of the best lines on the show. The writers must love you, huh?
Yeah, they do, and I love them. Look, I always say this. The first day I showed up on set in season 1, everyone was so welcoming. I did not want to go home. And I mean, when you have, speaking about the writing, when you have great writers like Jenji and the rest of the crew, you want to elevate the language as best as you can because it's such good writing and it's such good storytelling. So I'll take it and I'll run with it.
Now, did you have to audition for your character? Was it just given to you? How did it work?
I wish it was given to me. I'm not at that level yet. No, I auditioned for it. I went in originally for another character who's a very popular show.
Who?
Miss Tasty.
Oh, Tasty,
Yeah,
yes.
I can see that.
I went in for Tasty, but I'm so glad Danielle got it because she is killing it. And I get to play with her on set all the time.
True.
And then when I found Black Cindy, I said, oh, I know her. I know this girl.
Well, how do you know her, and how did you create this character? Did you watch a lot of prison dramas? What?
Well, it goes back to my days in Atlanta. She kind of reminds me of some of the girls and some of the people that I intermixed with in high school, and you just kind of see around Atlanta, just very bold and just speaks what's on their mind and doesn't really care about the repercussions of what they say all the time.
Yeah, she's smart but a little ratchet as well.
Yes, yeah, like us all.
I like that. So one of my favorite moments we were talking about off camera was you, they take us back to your former life in the flashback before prison, and you're riding around the airport in a stolen vehicle and you're grabbing stuff and stealing everything. So what was it like for you to film that scene? Because to me it was like one of the standout moments of the season.
That entire day, filming that entire day was a lot of fun, but in particular the golf cart, the funny story, they wanted to hook it up to, they had it hooked up to a camera, and they wanted someone else to actually drive the camera and the car, and the golf cart with me in it, but it just wasn't working out. It was like I was going this way in the car, and the other car was going that way. So I was like, look, I used to go on the golf set with my dad all the time, the golf course. I think I can handle this. So they were a little nervous in the beginning because I was a little heavy-footed. So I was going a little too fast.
You were speeding.
Did you hit anything?
I was speeding. Well, luckily I almost hit one of the the what do you call those? The people that.
Baggage handlers?
No, the people that, I can't even think of their names right now.
Okay, let's talk about you.
Just
Okay,
talk about me. Back on to me.
Yes.
But I almost hit her, but she jumped out of the way in time, so
smart girl.
saved her.
Okay, so I do have to ask you this. God forbid, if you ever did go to prison, how would you fare behind bars? Would you be like your character? What would you be like? Or which character would you
I think I would. I think, like Black Cindy, I would try and keep the humor. Because I think out of that difficult situation and a difficult time, you know, you have to keep a light spirit about it. And obviously, you know, learn from what you did wrong and hopefully don't do it again. And have some type of rehabilitation process. I think that's something that, you know, prisoners need. Today.
Well, one of the great things about the show is that it is shining a light on women in the penal system. Have you heard from women who are locked up inside, and do they what do they say to you? What do their families say to you?
I've heard from a lot of people outside of the prison that did experience some time in prison, and I one of the most resounding things that I hear is I see myself, I see a reflection of what prison was like for me. You guys are keeping it, you know, authentic. And actually, Gingy talked about that when she was creating the show. She spoke very in detail with Piper Kerman, who wrote the book, Orange is the New Black, and she wanted to make sure that the world that we were creating in Litchfield was similar to what Piper herself went through.
That
So
it had that authenticity. Yeah,
Have you ever
absolutely.
asked Piper what the real Black Cindy was like? Is there a real person that you're modeled
I
after?
think Black Cindy was a creation of the writers.
Okay.
If I'm correct. But I do think there are people like Black Cindy in prison.
You know, we've had some of your other cast members on the show, Dasha Palenko, Lorraine
Yes,
Toussaint,
yes.
and we've asked them what it's like to work around all of these other women, because, you know, sometimes it can be a cat fight or it can be one big slumber party. What's it been like for you?
The latter,
The latter,
a slumber party.
slumber party.
It's actually, you know, on days where there are a lot of us on set, we love it because we're hanging around everybody. I'm sure the production and crew is like, oh, this is going to be a long production day. But it's a lot of fun. I mean, the girls are, and the guys, but everyone is, there's such humanity with those girls that it's just fun to be with them. And as you see in a lot of our photos that we post around, we love hanging out with each other. I was just with Vicky last night at an event with the ASPCA, so I couldn't find and ask for a better group of girls and a better
we
opportunity.
are so thankful
And we
that
love
you're
the
here,
show.
and we love the show. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much
so
for being
much.
here. And come back again soon.
Absolutely, will have me
right.
back.
And you're watching Arise Entertainment 360.